Cup champion Darren McCarty, the golden voice of Neal Ruhl, and the iconic Terry Foster. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 welcome back, everybody. It is Friday here on Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. My name, Neal Ruhl. That guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Terry Foss. Check out this hat, T-Foss hat. Can you tell it's the weekend? Look at my guy, Terry Foster here. This guy is ready to go. He's going downtown tonight for the tree lighting ceremony.
And I'm going to Whiskey Fest.
And he's going to have a weekend, Terry Foster. Have a weekend.
I may not go home tonight.
Are you going to wear that hat out tonight so if people see you at the tree lighting?
I'm going to wear it when I'm indoors. I'm not wearing it when I'm outdoors.
Right. Well, you can't compromise the structural integrity of the hat.
Yeah, it's too cold.
Or your ears.
There you go. Yeah.
I actually am going to wear this hat outside. I'm having an experiment. I have a Michigan hat and a Michigan State cap. And so far, I think I may write a blog about this. When I wear the Michigan hat, I hear people say, hey, go blue, go blue. Hey, I think we're going to win it this year. And then when I wear the Michigan State hat, I hear whispers, is that T-Foss? Why is he wearing that shitty Michigan State hat?
I like it, T-Foss. That's words for the veteran. Words from the veteran there. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Remember to tap in there as well. Get your thoughts out there. Good to see y'all jumping in. Rack pulling the upset today with the What Up, Though. But, hey, Rack, what up, though? Happy to have you all here with us. Action-packed here today. Certainly have a lot of football to get to. A little bit of college basketball, too. Ermanni Bates will be in the arena tomorrow. Ermanni Bates, Rocket Watts, Golden Grizzlies, Eastern Michigan. Spencer Raxter will be in the building. He is hyped.
I'm very excited.
He is hyped to do that. Also on the docket for the weekend, some football Sunday in Ford Field. Though the Lions are on the road, the Buffalo Bills will be at Ford Field. They'll be taking on the Cleveland Browns. And, you know, all the stuff that's going on with it, whenever I hear there's a weather event coming, the first thing I do is go to social media to see if my boy Jim Cantori's in town. Because you cannot have a significant weather event unless Jim Cantori is there from the Weather Channel. He was. There he is reporting live from Buffalo. For those of you watching on the YouTube channel, waist deep snow. They're getting it out there right now in Buffalo. 3 to 6 feet? They're saying it could be 3 to 6 feet.
That's crazy.
Insane.
And I heard some clown on this. Why is Buffalo so soft? They're moving the game.
It's 3 to 6 feet of
That's
snow.
what I said, dude, it's 3 to 6 feet. You can't even move in that stuff.
Yeah, I did like those people too that were saying, well, they should play the football. What are you going to do with 6 feet of snow in a football stadium?
Well, I guess you can clear the field, but the piles of snow would be so high that people in the stands couldn't see the game.
Right, and then what? Oh, by the way, 80,000 people have to get. Stop with the stupid stuff. So yeah, they got to come to Ford Field.
Definitely safety concern. The first thing that came to my mind, obviously, it's the Thanksgiving Day game and stuff like this. But the Bills will have a practice before they play the Lions in their own building. So I don't know when this happens. I guess no matter how bad Josh Allen is feeling, I think that this helps them out. This can only help, right? From being a little bit injured, playing outside in the cold, having to prepare for some snow to be able to play inside. It's only going to benefit the Bills, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But, you know, what else you going to do?
No, I think it's the right call. We saw this years ago when Minnesota's building got decimated by the snow, another snow event, right? So Detroit looks like Ford Field looks like it's the recluse for any of the bad snow in this area. So
that's what
I wonder how many
people
or anybody in the chat thread planning on going down. It's an NFL football game in your city, and I know that the tickets were given out to Bills season ticket holders and stuff like this, but there's got to be some tickets left around.
There's going to be a lot of tickets left.
Can we WoodwardSports.com chat poll it?
Terry's favorite?
Yeah, he loves it. Would you rather go to the Bills game or watch the Lions game on TV? I'm curious where this is going to go. That will never not be funny to me.
Lions fan.
That will never, ever not be funny to me. We'll talk to our Lions. Speaking of Lions and Thanksgiving, the way the schedules work out, we will be joined here in studio. As you guys know how we do it, our Detroit Lions hometown hero will be here. That is Captain Jason McDuffie. We will talk to him. Enlisted as a soldier at 17 years old. So I want to get his story out there as well, talk about his Lions fandom. Speaking of Lions fans, we will talk to Jason McDuffie here coming up in just a little bit. But I love Jim Cantore. And can I give a piece of advice to anybody? If you're a weather skeptic, right? You see these in the hurricanes that are down and tornadoes and thunderstorms, people that say, I'm not going anywhere. This is my house. I'm not leaving. If ever you're in one of these areas where they're talking about a weather event and you see Jim Cantore somewhere in your town,
or
it's
coming
already
to your town,
it's already too late.
Yeah.
If Jim Cantore is there, you already should have left.
Now, you live in a fortress.
I
so
do.
No hurricane is going to knock your house down. So if you had your house in the hurricane area, would you leave it? Or are you going to stand there and be strong and stay in your house?
Out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I was out, when I lived in Florida from 12 to 18, there was some, wasn't hurricanes, but some of the tropical storms. I was always up here when they hit down there, so that was by design.
Yeah, they wouldn't have to tell me twice. Like, hurricane's coming. All right.
I like the snow, though. I mean, if I was in Buffalo, it's a different mentality to hunker down, so I would much rather be in a snowstorm than in a hurricane.
Plus, they're used to it. They get that every year. And plus, the other thing, their stadium is sort of kind of in a neighborhood.
That is true.
So you're not going to get a bunch of cars in and out.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Would you rather? I like that. Would you rather? 69% of you say you're going to watch a Lions game on TV over go to the Bills game. And even if tickets were free, huh?
Yeah.
That's about right. I don't really have a desire to go see Bills Browns. Do you, Terry?
No, not at all. I'm in my man's room watching. So
Yeah, I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not excited for that. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm going to watch the Lions over that. D-Mac. What about you?
I'm watching the Lions for sure, but I'm also playing indoor golf at the same time. So I'm double dipping. It's part of my Sunday routine. So no, I just thought it's an extra opportunity because it's the Buffalo Bills is close. It'll be interesting to see how well they do travel, right? They're obviously this Bills team.
they're not going to travel well because they can't get out of Buffalo.
Well, if they left already.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the fans. You're not going to take off Thursday and Friday.
Have you seen these Bills fans?
Not when it's 6 foot of snow on the ground.
I bet there'll be more than you think there will be.
I bet you there'll be more than you think, too.
I bet you could get tickets for your whole family and all your fans.
If the Lions were 6-3, if the roles were reversed, and it were Lions fans, and they were 6-3, do you think Lions fans would show up?
They would, but not that many. If it's 6 foot of snow on the ground, they can't get out.
No, they would roll out. They would mobilize. They would mobilize. Okay. I do want to see video of them, parked and tailgating on Madison, jumping through the tables and stuff. I do want to see that.
Okay.
I do kind of seek that out, D-Mac, on game days.
I enjoy that too.
But you know what? You know why I wouldn't go to the game?
What craziness, because they always seem to up themselves.
My
and I'm a big wrestling fan. So
no, my basement is just too comfortable. I got the big TV. I got a bar down there. And the only thing I want when I go to a game is chicken wings. I can make those at home, too. I air fry them or smoke them on the grill. I'm not going anywhere.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. AC says, we're going to be watching the World Cup. World Cup starts Sunday.
Now, World Cup's going to get smashed.
Yeah, why would they start on Sunday?
Why are they doing it
because they're FIFA.
In the fall?
Yeah.
Because it's in Qatar.
Speaking
or
of that,
whatever it is.
Did you see, Terry, in Qatar, that they just announced that fans will not be able to drink alcohol at the games? Budweiser's like, huh? One of the main sponsors for the World Cup in America. One of the main sponsors for FIFA. How much is it?
$75 million.
$75 million sponsorship deal. 2 days before this thing starts, they say, oh, by the way,
that sucks.
The
and
fans
plus, there's
aren't
probably thousands of Americans on planes to go over there, and they're like, what? No beer.
Shooters in the socks.
Man, you get executed. You try that shit over there.
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
That's true.
Yeah, but
I
really,
guess.
has anything changed? Don't they have a strict drinking law anyways over there? But they're still going to allow the VIPs
but you
and
can't
FIFA
say
official.
we're going to have beer and then 2 days before, because everybody's coming who wants to be there. Budweiser's a big sponsor. Then 2 days, no, we're not going to do it.
Ryan's reaction said, if you thought there would be alcohol in Qatar, you're stupid. However, Ryan's reaction, it was noted in the story that FIFA beer will be available to FIFA officials and the VIPs in attendance.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Which was always
the
gonna be the
FIFA,
case.
FIFA is the most corrupt organization.
Yeah,
it's
so-
almost as corrupt as the Olympic
They go
committee.
back and forth. The Olympic Committee and FIFA
Yeah, I know.
go back and forth.
So to answer your question, Terry, yes, you could have seen it coming. They don't care. But why do they start on Sunday? Because they're oblivious. They don't care. The fact that they cancel this with their biggest sponsor too, they don't care. They've proven this in the fact. So does it go FIFA, the Olympic Committee, then the NCAA, or like are we doing our top
Now,
four playoff
FIFA
teams?
and the Olympic Committee are in their own
Own world.
world. Way more corrupt than the NCAA, believe it or not.
WoodwardSports.com, ACAF says, you mean they lied? No way. It is a stunner, isn't it, everybody? No, it is funny, though, because, and just to relate it to terms maybe that we can understand, if Woodward Sports were at the World Cup, the final word, they would be allowed to drink the beer at
Right.
the games.
The rest
We
of
would
us
not
wouldn't
be
be.
able to.
Right.
The rest of us here, the morning show, none of the other shows would be able to. The final word, they would be able to.
I
They
might
would
have to TD the final
absolutely.
word for those couple games.
What's that?
I said I might have to TD the final word for those couple shows.
Yeah, but they would be allowed to.
Yeah.
They would have all the beer they want. It would be everywhere.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
we can get T-shirts that say, "I'm a member of the Final Word."
Maybe.
We can get our own beer.
Well, then we would be put in a Qatari prison for impersonation.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, I never thought I'd be the only one, comfortable with. Hey, who cares?
Even you,
I feel
D-Mac.
bad for you guys as an alcoholic and a former. You guys should be able.
Yeah,
to have
but
your
even you,
libations.
D-Mac.
'Cause I heard the coffee over there is phenomenal.
You're Detroit's favorite son.
Yes.
You're a legend in the community. Even you would not be able to. Even if you wanted to, even if you could, you would not be able to because you're not associated with the final word.
No, I understand
That is
that.
the line. D-Mac gets you in a lot of doors in this town that are...
I couldn't even
He-
get you a bourbon.
No.
I couldn't
He-
get my two boys. I couldn't
No.
get my
No.
guys drinks.
I would try to hook them up. I say, "Hey, don't you know this is D-Mac? He's like a legend in this town." And they're like, "So? Is he a member of the Final Word?" Nope.
Jake Wegener
No
says...
bourbon.
Jake
you couldn't get me
Wegener.
away from the hookah, so I mean. yeah.
Jake Wegener says 2 furnaces doesn't get you on the beer list. No, Jake, it's only final word association. That's it. That is the line. D-Mac can't penetrate it. I can't penetrate it. T-Foss can't. That is the line. Even Darren McCarty is excluded from that list. Just to
I got
paint a
things to
picture.
work on. I'll work on it, guys.
No.
Sorry, even I couldn't get you a drink.
And then as we said as well, Ermanni Bates, Eastern Michigan at the Arena tomorrow. TV 20, by the way, shameless plug. I'll be calling the
What
game
time does that
tomorrow.
start?
3:00.
Bet.
Spencer Raxter will be in the building. Your first time in the Arena?
Yeah, it'll be my first time.
All right, it's
Do
pretty-
they sell beer there?
They do, as long as you're privileged.
Let's go. All right. I mean, I had Neal Ruhl give me tickets, so I think that makes me.
Oh, you know what? Those are good seats.
Yeah.
Been there. I've sat in those seats.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's a good. The O's a good place to watch a game.
Yeah, so yeah, that is going on as well. So tap into that. It'll be a big time atmosphere.
Yeah,
there.
it
It's
should be
popping.
awesome. I'm really excited.
Crowd is sold out, so it will be a lot of fun. So
How many points is Ermanni Bates going to get? 40?
he's going to get a lot.
Oh, I was going to say, oh no, Oakland has a defensive stopper. He'll be lucky to get double figures.
We are struggling defensively. I think
Okay.
that's fair to say.
Who's
But,
struggling here? Chat thread: Oakland Grizzlies or Pistons? More on D. Is it?
I don't know. That's a neck and neck race, man.
Wow.
That's a neck and neck race.
So-
We definitely got to turn it up. No, but I mean, Ermanni Bates, man. He's a first-round pick already. That Michigan game will make him a first-round pick no matter what.
For sure.
No matter what. And
No, he's going to become a first-round pick when he scores 60 against Central Michigan.
And Neil,
That's going to
remember,
be his coming-out party.
the final word is always watching you.
There he is. No, absolutely. They're right. Hey, Sam Flannel, Monty Bates would look good in a Michigan basketball uniform last night, right?
Oh, yeah. Anybody would have looked good better than what we had on the floor yesterday. That was a major disaster.
I thought Hunter Dickinson said they were going to win by 20.
Hunter Dickinson, I like him as a player. He does tend to have kind of that Michigan arrogance, and sometimes that gets him in trouble. He's a little bit. I didn't mind it when he was trash-talking Tom Izzo when he was actually playing well and Michigan was winning, but you can't say you're going to beat a team by 20 and go out and lose by 29. Come on. Be better.
Dude, Sam Flannel, the officials did everything they could do. Michigan shot like 22 free throws. Arizona State shot 7.
See, I'm very, very fair and balanced with Michigan when they actually lose. And oh my God, they got destroyed.
They got mollywopped.
I don't think it's going to affect them that bad moving forward.
So I got to give Sam Flannel some credit. I thought he was going to say, Ermanni Bates is a very fine basketball player, but he is not good enough to play for the Michigan Wolverines, the powerful
he'd take
Michigan
him in a second.
Wolverines.
100%.
Take him in a second.
I mean, even on a floor with Hunter Dickinson and Jet Howard, Ermanni Bates was the best player on the floor that night. 100%.
There was no doubt. The most NBA player on that floor.
100%. Him or Jet Howard, but I would say Ermanni Bates.
Hunter Dickinson is going to be the MVP of the Shanghai Sharks next year, all right? He's going to get it done.
The next Jimmer Fredette.
Yeah, Jimmer Fredette.
Oh, Kay Felder's got the CBA on lock,
Yeah,
bro.
it's going to be statues in Shanghai are going to be Jimmer Fredette, Corey Maggette, Hunter Dickinson.
Yeah, and Stephon Marbury.
Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, you forgot about Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Don't forget about Cintron, the official energy drink of the Red Wings. Cintron's combined all 3 of their delicious flavors in a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. Okay. Try Cintron's great tasting cranberry, classic, sugar-free, all in one convenient Red Wings themed packages. You know what? Why wait? Go to CintronWorld.com/Red Wings to order yours today. Get energized with Cintron, and let's go Red Wings.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
What's a winter wonderland if you can shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Market, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Neal Ruhl here for Custom Health Centers. And guys, look, usually I have this cleverly worded commercial and read and everything like that. But you know what? Sometimes you need to see it for yourself. Our own Ryan Ermanni here at Woodward Sports has latched down with Custom Health Centers. He's begun his weight loss journey, down 15 pounds already as we speak. And Custom Health Centers has over 20,000 success stories. They've helped a lot of people lose weight, take control of their health, of their emotional, spiritual well-being as well. DMAC, Ryan Ermanni's getting it done right now with Custom Health Centers.
Well, if you want to do the work, Custom Health is where they can help you do it, so give them a call today.
1-844-789-8446. Again, 844-789-THIN. It's Custom Health Centers. Back at it here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. We are off and running, and you guys know how we do it. Because of the way the schedules work out this week, we wanted to catch up with the Detroit Lions hometown hero that you will see on the field Thursday for the Lions-Bills game, as we welcome to Big D Energy in the Woodward Sports Studio, United States Army veteran Captain Jason McDuffie here in the house. Graduated from Southfield High School in 1995. Captain McDuffie entered the Army at age 17 as an enlisted soldier. During his first enlistment, he was employed to Germany, completed tours of duty in Bosnia and Hungary in the late 1990s. After 9/11, he did a combat deployment to Iraq in 2003 and graduated from the Officers Candidate School in 2009 and would complete 2 more tours in 2010-2011 to both Iraq and Afghanistan with the 3rd Armor Brigade, where he was a platoon leader for route clearing missions throughout the war zone. Captain McDuffie retired in 2015 with more than 20 years of service to his country and now lives in White Lake, Michigan with his wife Stacy and 2 daughters, Alex and Ava. And Captain McDuffie, thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. It's great to have you here. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I love having these discussions because I love hearing everybody's story. I love hearing the why behind it as well. I want to start out with a 17-year-old Jason McDuffie, not Captain McDuffie, just a 17-year-old kid. Why? Why the service? Why did you enlist?
I don't have a great story for it, but it's the truth. So my dad served. I had an older brother that served, did Desert Storm, and the recruiter came out to the high school. And he sold me a pretty good story. It wasn't 100% all true, but it was a good story. And, 20 years later, here we all are. So it was a good option for me to go and do it. Probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. So. And
I hear that a lot, too, from these conversations that we had. Why was it the best decision you ever made in your life?
Like you said, I was 17 when I joined. I didn't have a whole lot of opportunities, and they offered me college. They offered me really. At the end of the day, they taught me how to be a man. I got to go and see the world. I got to lead men. It was, I don't think you could really compare anything else to it.
I think that's, obviously those pictures are awesome, not only with your family and seeing different things, but they named off a lot of different places that you served your country and different things that you've done. Now, we don't need any, detail and stuff like this, but I think along Neal's point, what are the things that you learned as you're sitting here now in your mid-40s with 2 daughters that you're going to try to pass on down to them, but other people that are listening right now that you learn from the military?
People are the most important thing. So you can go to some good places, you can go to some bad places, but if you got a good group of people with you and you guys all stick together, I mean, you can have a good time in a war zone, or you can have a bad time on vacation. It's all about the people, and if you get a good team around you, you can do some great things.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Big Dan Davis says, thank you for your service, Captain McDuffie. It's very much appreciated. 9 Drink says, we salute you. Joe Schmo says, props to Captain McDuffie. So, it's something, D-Mac and I were kind of kicking this around before you guys all got here, and it's something that I've always thought about a lot. You had a tour, you did some service in Bosnia. Mm-hmm. And nobody really talks about that area, especially in that time. It was as unstable probably as maybe any area of the world at that time. A lot of infighting and civil battles and all that kind of stuff that was going on. Nobody talks about what was Bosnia like?
I think Bosnia was a good first deployment for me. It was more of a peacekeeping mission as opposed to, a war. So it gave me an opportunity to go and deploy. Again, I had my unit was already there when I got there. I went over with about 4 or 5 guys that kind of went later with me. And it was an eye-opening experience. I think I was 18 at the time. I did a lot of the stuff that a private in the Army would do, building towers and filling sandbags and some other things you probably don't want to hear about. But it was a good chance to learn and kind of cut my teeth into being in the Army.
Well, learning discipline and stuff like that. You also, too, had enlisted pre 9/11. Correct. Right. So, and then you were in the service for. Can you just talk as being a serviceman during that time that you were already in? We always hear about guys that enlisted because of this and everything else, but you were already there. What do you remember? Just how did things change? I guess.
Right after 9/11, I was a part of that OIF one that went over there, and there was a lot of pride. There was a lot of and it still is. I think there was a big change in how the Army was looked at after 9/11. You can see how the veterans get treated, I think, a lot different now than they did in the past. And just a lot of pride, a lot of America First type things. So I think it was a good thing.
Yeah, and it's interesting, too, right, because we all kind of felt, because we got attacked. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was kind of my generation's Pearl Harbor, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. And I remember when that all went down, and you would hear that the American forces are going over there. Like, I don't want to say like the score was going to get settled, because you could never settle that score after what happened. But you were going to hear from us, I remember, and you guys took it as that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a big push. If you guys remember, it was all on the news. Anyway, it was a big push to get over there and to. I was trying not to say the wrong things, but to get over there and make some things happen.
Make some Captain McDuffie. That's to make some things happen. I feel that. I like that.
So on a lighter note, how about growing up around here in the area, going to high school in Southfield and stuff? What about your sports fandom? I see you already taking your girls to Lions games. You guys already decked out. So this ain't your first rodeo. Do you grow up a Lions fan? And what is this? What is being honored at Thanksgiving with the military mean to you?
I grew up a big Lions fan, pretty much anything in Detroit. I'm a Detroit fan, but Lions are probably the number one. Where I make it to the games, I get out there. I'm the one in the house yelling at the TV every week. And one year it's going to be our year. We're going to be ready. I got my kids. If you see these videos, these kids are better fans than a lot of fans. I mean, they're out there.
They're in it.
We're all losing our voices every Sunday, and it's fun. It's fun to go out there, and I think we got big plans for the Lions coming up soon. Yeah,
absolutely. We're joined here by United States Army veteran Captain Jason McDuffie. He will be the Detroit Lions' hometown hero. You will see him on the field at Ford Field on Thanksgiving Day. Obviously, you grew up here. Thanksgiving Day, Detroit Lions football. It's a tradition here. It's a tradition nationally as well. The whole world is watching. Did it hit a little different for you to know that they're going to honor you on Thanksgiving Day? I mean, did it kind of hit you in the feels a little more, because you know what that day means to Lions fans?
Yeah, it does. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little bit I'm a little bit nervous right now. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but at the same time, I'm excited. Hopefully I don't get emotional or anything. I usually don't, but it hits a little bit different.
You can if you want to. Yeah. You've done enough. You've banked enough, man. You've banked enough goodwill with the people. Lastly, before we let you go here, first year Lions season ticket holder, I'm told. So you believe, right?
I do. I believe. Maybe not this year, but I think we're headed in a great direction. I like Dan Campbell as a coach. I could see that guy being in the Army. He's very passionate. You can tell he cares about the guys. He's like I was just saying, a people. It's about the people. It's about the team. And, hopefully we can turn some things around here.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand, too, Captain McDuffie, you'll be the first hometown hero to have your family on the field with you during the recognition to celebrate with family on Thanksgiving. And, again, we appreciate your service. We appreciate everything you do.
I think Colbzilla says it the best in the chat is, this is a dude that I could have a beer or six with. So
the people like you. We'll just say it like that.
Thank you for your service. Really enjoy the moment. Enjoy it with your family. Enjoy the day. But you deserve it, bro, and thank you for allowing us, guys like yourself, allowed people like me to be able to play a game that I loved and just to entertain you. So thank you again.
Absolutely. Jason, thanks again for your time, man. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
All right, our Detroit Lions hometown hero, United States Army veteran Captain Jason McDuffie. Big thank you to Ronnie Cyrus for setting us up with that. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the Lions, some Detroit Lions football.
No better time than the present. Hey, you want to be there on Thanksgiving with Captain McDuffie. You can be. What do you got to do? The Woodward Front Row. Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game. That's right. You and 3 people that you are thankful for sitting in row 1. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter or IG and tag 3 of your friends and family. Make sure those 3 are also following Woodward Sports. We pick your name, bing, bang, boom, you and the crew. Best seats inside Ford Field. Well, other than Captain McDuffie's on the field. So hop on to Twitter today, Instagram, tag your crew. Brought to you by Lady Jane's Custom House Centers, Woodward Sports Network. Get it in today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Been telling you all along, Guardian Alarm, they still keep you safe and give you peace of mind whether you're at home or on the road with their 24/7 local monitoring to make sure what's important to you is kept safe, whether it's business or personal. So you want to be part of the Woodward Sports Network, Big D Energy family, you can too, but I need you to call Guardian Alarm today. Here's the number, 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
How many straight days of flannel protection?
159.
159 straight days of flannel protection. If you want that type of protection from Guardian Alarm, give them a call. 1-800.
Stay out. Stay out. Overrated Kentucky quarterback who sucks and shouldn't be a first-round draft pick.
Lil Levis. Anyways, Guardian Alarm, your local security experts, make sure you tell them. Big D Energy. Not the last word. We sent you.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, T. Foss, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter.
Lodge a complaint?
Yes.
You guys never ask the right questions when we have our hometown heroes. When he was talking about all the fun he had in Bosnia and all this kind of stuff, I want to know, do you get laid when you're over there?
You know what, Terry? That's why Neal and I are conducting this. When what do you call them today? The heavy sets or the
heavy duty boys?
The Woodward heavy sets.
Yeah, exactly. When they have the hometown hero on that show, that seems like the appropriate question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just trying to. That's why. But that's why you're the best of the business, team.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You bet.
Lions, John. I'm just going to move on. This, I'm just going to do a hard. I'm going to do a hard pivot here. Lions, Giants this weekend in New York. Detroit Lions pretty much sitting as a 3-point favorite. And look, we haven't talked a lot about the game, like the game itself. And they've won a couple in a row. Green Bay lost again yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
I told you.
Yes.
You couldn't see that coming. The only one was Tony Gonzalez, who was sure Aaron Rodgers is the old Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, get out of here, dude. I know. But anyway, though, from an X's and O's perspective with this game, with the Lions v. the Giants, how's it got to break down? And don't give me like the cliche, well, don't turn the football over, cause turnovers, run the ball. None of that. How is it going to break down, D-Mac? How are they going to win this game?
Well, number one is you got to find a way to contain the Giants running attack. What is that? Because Saquon Barkley, best runner in the league, can we agree? Mm-hmm. Right? Is going to get his yards. The fact that we don't want him to be punching it in the end zone, right? You brought up a stat yesterday about Danny Dimes, their quarterback, Daniel Jones, having 31 first downs. That's a lot. What has been our Achilles heel? That running quarterback. Well, we don't put him in the category of a Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields as that running quarterback, but he can run. So how are we going to force him to pass the ball? That's what it is. We got to turn Danny Dimes, and I know you don't want me to go to the turnovers, but he's got to put the ball in the air and be uncomfortable. How do I see that? If we can keep them to 3rd and 5s or longer to take them out and force them like other teams force us into those passing downs, that's a start. If you can't contain or slow down or whatever Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, because I think it's A and B, then I don't think you really have a shot. So I think that's where it starts.
That's a very cute answer, but I can tone this down to a lot simpler than that. Just don't be a bunch of dumbasses at the end of the game. Handle your business. No stupid penalties at the end. Dan Campbell, no goofy decisions. This is a winnable game. The Giants are not that good. They don't score a lot. I mean, they get the first downs and all that kind of stuff. And Saquon Barkley is great, but they only average like 20 points a game.
Yeah, I think it's under that even.
Yeah,
it's right
so
around there.
It should be a close game. Just don't be a fool at the end of the game.
Yeah, and I think it's...
Notice what he said.
What?
At the end of the game. Right?
Because there is no more.
No, but I'm just saying, because we see foolishness that pays off, or whether it's not, you always say, well, if it works out, it's not foolish, right?
Right.
But like Terry said, I think it's more poignant to at the end of the game, because you can get away with making some mistakes early.
Don't complete a 50-yard pass and somebody flinch before the pass is thrown and then it has to come back. Just handle your business near the end of the game.
To me, there may not be another game on the NFL docket that is more guaranteed to be a one-score game at the end than this game. Like, they may as well just start with a tie game with 8 minutes on the clock.
Unless they're playing Iowa.
Right, unless they're playing Iowa. This reeks of a one-score game. And I would say this, if you're in the teaser life, you know, as far as betting goes, and if you're a bettor, you know what a teaser is.
So this might be
This might be one of those ones where you could, if you see that line drop to lines plus 2.5, you can tease it both ways and try to catch a middle. I think you could do that.
So I'm hearing from you guys more and more and more is there's some sort of an expectation to win. Like, this is a winnable game. Do you expect them to win, Terry?
I do not.
I don't either. I'm stopping short. I'm stopping short.
They have an opportunity to win. I never ever will say I expect the Lions to win, unless they're playing like Alma College or something, because the Lions, when you know they're going to win, they lose. So I'm never going to say I expect them to win. They don't have a resume in my mind to say, oh, I expect them to beat anybody. I will say I think they have an opportunity to beat somebody, and this is one of those games.
WoodwardSports.com chat poll. For real, do you expect the Lions to win Sunday? I think that's a great question, because I don't. I think they can win. I think it'll be a one-score game. So who's that an indictment? Well, it's not an indictment because they're a 3-6 football team. I'm just talking out loud.
Yeah,
I'm talking through things.
But look at the NFL this year. Everybody's saying, the Lions play so hard. Look at all these one-score games. That's been the NFL this year more than any other. I mean, you have teams you didn't expect to be good, like the Giants, who are winning. It seems like every game goes down to the wire.
So my question, right? Because we've been sort of focus-centric on what we're going to do defensively, right, to prevent them from scoring. Do we bring up anything as what do we expect offensively going against Martindale's defense, which the defense has sort of carried this Giants team, right? We're going to say to the record that they're at right now. So what are we looking for offensively?
What do you got, Spence?
It's, Rich Diana in the Woodward Sports Chat says T-Foss looks like Santa's legal advisor.
Maybe I am. You ever thought about that?
Does he pay you a retainer? If the answer's yes, then get it in, T-Foss.
Or I could be Santa's pimp. You don't know.
King Mrs. Claus.
I mean, I've always had multiple jobs my whole life.
There's no coming back from that.
Very
pimping is
creative
one of
saying pimping ain't easy.
Yeah, I wish you would have said that at 11:42 instead of 11:40. Yeah. I wish you would have brought that up at 11:42. We could have transitioned out into the commercial. My ability and skill would not be tested as to how to get back on the tracks after something like that.
You want.
Yeah, well, give it to me at 11:42. Here we go. Now. No, I'm not reading stories about Terry's flocks of hoes and things like that. We're not going down that road. We're not doing it. We don't need it. We don't want it. We're not doing that.
I don't have hoes. I have associates.
That's how. Hey, that's how old. That's sort of like That's how you know that he's older than a Gen X. Associates.
See, at least, how do you come back to the football game?
Shouldn't
after
that called a harem? Back in your day?
Associates.
A harem?
Associates.
You know what? This football game, who gives a damn about the X's and O's? You know what? To me, I want to see who's better, Hutchinson or Thibodeau.
So you're on that. You're heavy on that.
Right.
See, I'm not as much on that as I thought I was going to be.
Because you could have both, and supposedly Dan Campbell said, I don't want Thibodeau.
Because if you want to break it down, T-Foss, and D-Mac, you guys have heard this term before, root for radio or root for talk. If you want to root for talk, you want
Thibodeau to blow.
Yeah, get like 4 sacks and stuff like that. But and we'll talk about this in the next segment, like what a win would mean, because I want to get into that conversation. What would a win mean for the Lions in this? But as far as it goes, how about you, D-Mac? Do you expect the Lions to win?
I almost do.
Really?
I almost do, but that goes, I don't know. It's just something to build. But it's a one-score game. I mean, do I expect them to win? I expect them to cover, right? I picked them in my picks this week. So I think that they're building on something.
Darren, be a man.
What?
Do you expect them to win? Yes or no?
I said yes.
No, you didn't. You said I almost expect him. Be a man. Do you expect him to win?
I almost expect him.
No.
Very Canadian answer of you.
No. This guy here.
It's just a little bit more abrasive than Switzerland, right? Which is a Canadian answer. Yes, Terry. I expect him to cover the spread.
The toughest guy in the building.
Good teams win. Better teams cover. Haven't you heard that?
Okay. Toughest guy in the building is a Lions hoe. Dude, I mean, come on now.
You notice how he does this.
You can be better than this.
T-Foss, you notice how he does this. He keeps that Canada card in his back pocket. He uses it very sparingly. But then he hides behind that Canadian card, and he comes, I'm from Canada.
Right.
Ha, 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 we have health care.
Don't mess with me. We're nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a prime minister.
Right. I usually don't yell at people from Canada because it's so nice.
I said this yesterday and the day before. I got to wait till the weather report on Sunday before I give you. I'll give you Sunday morning. I will put it out.
Oh, okay.
My expectations.
Okay, I'll check Twitter.
If it's still running, right?
Right. That's right. It may not be running.
It may not be running. Yeah. So.
Hey, go back to MySpace. I'll hit you back up on MySpace.
Okay.
I would love to see MySpace make a comeback.
MySpace is great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it needs to make a comeback. Hey, one thing that's not going to be taken away from you: November 22nd, 99-cent Big Boy Day. That's happening no matter what. Here's the deal: November 22nd, go to your local participating Big Boy, purchase a Pepsi, you get a Big Boy hamburger for 99 cents. Duh. Like, come on. I don't even need to go any further on this. Spencer Raxter may go to 3 different Big Boys.
Quite possible.
On that day.
Hey guys. Yes on the 99-cent Big Boy. 100% Terry.
Yeah,
yes on the Big Boy.
Okay, there you go.
Spencer not only will win, he will cover the spread on 99-cent Big Boys on Tuesday, November 22nd. Satisfy your taste buds at Big Boy and visit bigboy.com for full details and a list of participating locations.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you find the cleanest salons in the D with spotless, sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club. Get all the best deals. They'll beat the competitors' prices by at least $5. You can also pick up the Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Cal Tan, and the official beauty lotion of Spencer Raxter. Yes, the Swedish beauty lotion.
Oh, yeah.
ChiliPeppersTanning.com. They have the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans. They are your vitamin D headquarters. 27 locations and more on the way. It's Chili Peppers Tanning, y'all.
Chili Peppers Tan.
Yay. Back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter as well. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. For real, do you expect the Lions to win on Sunday? 57% of you say no. And I thought that would be closer to 50-50. I did think that maybe the people do expect the Lions to win. So, okay, this was all part of the master plan. So we agree that most of us feel like we don't expect them to win. I'm counting D-Mac as a doesn't expect them to win because he wouldn't say he does. So
yes, I almost do. Off the record, I do. You say, it's not about, listen, I know I can't get you a cocktail in Qatar. I know that's the final word stuff, but I don't want to put the undue pressure on the Detroit Lions by telling them that I think they're going to win this week. I just much rather do it off the record and say almost so that they're not under that much pressure.
Dude, you're not off the record if you say it on the camera. You're on the record.
I believe it was Rush.
Hey, Terry, thanks for that. Didn't know that's how the camera worked.
and here's the deal.
Didn't know for coming from a guy who thinks his life's a Truman Show.
You're on the
record, camera's on all the time.
I believe it was Rush who said it best. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice, D-Mac.
If you choose not to
you still have made a choice, D-Mac.
The greatest Canadian band of all time is who you choose to quote.
Yep.
And Rush as a Canadian was an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Well, you got to get by looking at Geddy Lee for a while.
What about making decisions? Is that an acquired taste too?
Absolutely. Depends on what we're doing. Baby steps. Because here's the thing. Maybe it's this. What if they do win?
And that's where I want to go.
Maybe I'm nervous because what if they do win? Because they've 2 in a row road win. That's something new. They have a legitimate chance to win here. And what if they do?
And Terry, this becomes a red letter game in that respect. And I think we don't expect them to win. So this is a little bit of house money here with the Lions.
But if they do,
Terry,
everything changes.
And you know what? You're right, which is wild to me that most of us cannot expect them to win. But we're the same people that will change our entire perspective if they do. If they do, they're 4-6. Is it good? No. But to some degree, Dan Campbell and the Lions pulled the Undertaker and popped out of the casket and kind of came back to life. Terry, you're labeled the ultimate hater.
If they win this game, you've got to look at them and say, you know what? Wild card possibilities.
Even you.
Even I will say that. Now, before they won these games and they're 2-6, I'm like, or 1-6, forget this team. This team is done. Let's get the draft capital. But now you've got to fight for a wild card. And all the people out there who are tankers and everything, those tanks are blown up if they win this game. The tanks no longer exist. You should be rooting for, you should be gunning for a wild card spot.
I think Terry brought up a great point when he said the key to victory is don't make any dumb mistakes or shoot yourself in the foot late. Can we agree that in the last few games with the wins that we've seen improvement in Dan Campbell's overall coaching style?
I think there's a faction of people that would say that, and then there's a faction of people that would say the other teams in the game outlined the Lions.
Okay.
Especially the Bears.
But that's half of it, isn't it? Getting out of your own way. So my point is that if they do win in New York this weekend, that'll be 3 games in a row. Either the Lions have gotten out of the way and allowed the other team to lionize themselves and afforded the victory, or do we start giving Dan Campbell some credit about evolving as a better coach?
That, and also he sent a message, and he wants it to get into his players' heads. When you go out there, expect to win. And if they win 3 in a row and go 4-6, I think that part of it is, okay, when you go out, no matter who you are, you expect to win. And that mentality is something the Lions have never had.
You know what we didn't touch on? And this is from Wyatt back. Look what he did two years in a row and the result of it, right? When he's fired a guy, right, relieving him of duty, they play better, right? Last year, Anthony Lynn. This year, Aubrey Pleasant. Is there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
I know
almost...
what you said. You know what they should do? Fire somebody after game 1 next year.
Or after training camp.
Right. Fire them after training camp.
But we can't say it's not good. To your point, though, Neal, yes, it could be one of each. But if they win again, those arguing the fact that he's not improving as a coach don't have really much more of a leg to stand on.
Well, but if they win, it'll probably be a like scenario in that if they win, he probably made a 4th down call that they executed, and it helped them immensely. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then they stayed disciplined, right? They stayed more disciplined than they have in the past, and the fact that he got out of his own way. That's half of it, too.
It is. See, I'm not as worried about Dan Campbell making a huge mistake at the end of the game. I'm more worried about a pass interference call, or, like I said, the Lions complete a 50-yard pass, but oops, the left guard jumped off sides, and we got to bring it back. That's what I'm more afraid of. That's what the Lions need to eliminate.
There's 2 things for me, right, if you want to go X's and O's. There's 2 things for me in this game. Number 1, it's Jared Goff on the road, outside. I'm getting Patriot game vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am getting that. I understand the temperature's going to be in the 40s. It's not supposed to snow or anything like that. But with all that being said, that's my first hurdle I have. My second hurdle, and I see everybody in here talking about Saquon Barkley. He's going to get 250 and 3 touchdowns. I'm not overly concerned about Saquon Barkley. I am concerned of 3rd and 8 and Daniel Jones making a play with his feet. Why are you shaking your head, Sam Flannel? I'm concerned about that.
No, you should be concerned about that because Daniel Jones, I think Brian Daboll has really unlocked a scheme that really utilizes Daniel Jones' mobility. Did you know Daniel Jones has more rushing yards this season than Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray? He's 4th in the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback, and he also has those 31 first downs. Those are the type of back-breaking plays that can kill the Detroit Lions defense. That can demoralize any defense, and that's, like you said, Neal, that's a huge key. Don't get undisciplined in your pass rush and leave Daniel Jones a wide open lane to just get 15 yards on 3rd and 8.
But guess what happened, buddy boy? The Chicago Bears unlocked Justin Fields, and he had a pretty good rushing game. But the Bears were the ones that were making dumb mistakes at the end. The Lions remained disciplined, and guess who won the game?
The Lions did. The Bears imploded, and the Lions took advantage. And those are the type of things you're going to have to do sometimes. When the other team tries to give you the game, makes the mistakes, go out and take it. Some Lions teams in the past have not taken advantage. This Lions team last week did. And if the Giants decide to implode, let them. Don't just make it easier on yourselves if you're the Detroit Lions.
Terry, I have a question for you. When it comes to Neal brought up the fact that Jared Goff outside more looked like, into what happened with the Patriots. So do the Giants not look at what the Patriots did and sort of formulate a game plan that way? Does that help out the Lions? Because are they going, well, they're going to try to do this to us? How does that work as far as preparation? Because I think that, Neal, this game will be a lot like, right? Outdoors, weather, a little bit like that. And we showed we didn't put a point up on the board. So what's the difference? Because won't the other teams use what was used against us that day, what New England did?
Yeah, but this is where the DeAndre Swift factor comes into play. How healthy is he? What's the workload going to be like? Are they going to ride him? And I heard Dan Campbell do an interview with another media entity here in Detroit, and they asked him about that, and he said, when the time comes to ride DeAndre Swift, we're going to ride DeAndre Swift. Like, it's not going to be, we're not holding him back or we're not staying away from him for any kind of reason. When that time comes, that time comes. And for them to win these types of games, and look, there's a couple factors that go into it when I think about this football game. Are the New York Giants a 7-2 football team?
No.
Really? For real?
Your record is what you say you
I know.
are. No,
but
no.
So they're going to go by that rationale. They're going to go 14-3 by that rationale.
No way.
13-4.
No.
But that's what their record indicates, T-Foss.
But I hear you. I agree with you. But they're not a 7-2 team.
And the reason they're winning, and look, Saquon's great. You guys know my feeling on Saquon Barkley. I think he's the best running back in football. The reason they're winning is because Daniel Jones has 2 turnovers. That's why they're winning. And he is a turnover factory throughout his career.
You got to turn that factory back on.
You got to get those machines back on.
Run those machines.
Yeah, turn those machines back on. You got to do that. I know that there's been supply chain issues at Daniel Jones, Inc. You got to fire that factory back up.
I think there's a tangible reason, though, you can look at. He's never played with Saquon Barkley playing at this level. Do you think that has something to do with it, that Saquon Barkley is taking some of the pressure off of Daniel Jones?
But you know what? The league has changed on us again, and we didn't pay attention. Defenses don't stop offenses anymore. But what you do is you take the ball away. At some point, they turn it over. That's the way that you stop them. You don't stop them on 4 downs, because now everybody's like, oh, okay, cool, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
Well,
so what you got to do is take that ball away from them.
Isn't that holding them to a field goal?
Or hold them to a field goal.
But that's the new
field goals are turnovers, yeah.
Right.
Pretty much field goals are turnovers now. And
you've seen more teams, and it's not just the Lions, because we're privy to all the 4th down going for it here with Dan Campbell, but across the league. You saw it yesterday. You saw it in the game last night. Terry, did you watch that game last night, by the way?
I did not watch it last night.
Asked for permission, took the permission, and then just decided
not to. You know why?
No?
Because when I did try to turn on, but that little stupid little thing, squiggly thing was going around, and I said, I'm out.
So you got him to turn it on. It wouldn't load up, but at least he did make an attempt.
You tried.
You tried.
I was disappointed that your boy Tanner Mordecai got cooked yesterday by Tulane.
How's that my boy?
No, I was talking to Sam Flynn.
Oh, okay.
My boy. he is not my boy. He's a good group of 5 quarterback.
Would you draft Tanner Mordecai or Lil Levis?
Who?
Lil West. Lil Levis.
I would honestly pick he who should not be named over Tanner Mordecai.
That's the rapper, Lil Levis.
Lil Levis, yep.
Get you kicked right off this show if you say that name anymore on here.
He's literally the new Lord Voldemort. He's the Lord Voldemort of Big
I don't
D
even know
Energy.
what that means.
You don't know Lord Voldemort?
You've never read Harry
dude.
Potter?
I had to watch Voldemort because of my kids, man.
Absolutely.
You got to read them. The books are way better.
Yeah, he's mean.
But do you know what we should talk about? What we always have to talk about? Swiss, but not Mushroom and Swiss. Swiss Insurance Group. Swiss Insurance Group and their employees are heavily involved in their community.
Great transition.
Hell yeah. It is very rewarding, but comes with great responsibility. If you send a local youth sports board, homeowners association, or a volunteer coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids, parents, and volunteers are protected. Call Swiss Insurance today.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Neal Ruhl here for Bedrock Detroit, downtown Detroit, all decked out this holiday season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge and the Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, an indoor arcade, plus you can grab drinks at the Lodge before or after games. Terry Foster will be down there out and about for the tree lighting tonight. So if you want a celebrity sighting, go downtown to the decked out Detroit festivities, if you will. You can shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with deckedoutdetroit.com. It's my groove right here. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. I see you guys, what you're doing in the woodwardsports.com chat thread.
Talking about Doughboys?
And I'm not... You guys can put that name out there all you want. I'm not saying it. We're done.
What name is that?
We're not doing it. Say all you want. Say all you want, and I don't care. I'm never reading it. Never, ever reading it. So, again, waste all the energy typing that stuff out that you want. It's on you guys. It's not on me. Philippines On Demand. I love Dan Campbell. He's going to prove all the haters wrong. Get a win this week, man. Get a win this week, and we gonna see. How about some nickel packages? What do you guys think?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's ride.
Let's hop right into it. All right, first question of the NFL. Nickel package. Couple stinkers on the docket this week. Who has the less points scored in game? Are we talking Commanders versus Texans or Jets versus Patriots? Which game has less total points scored?
And you really got to think about that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with my instinct. It's got to be Commanders, Texans, right? Isn't Chase Young coming back?
Yep.
So that's single digits for the Texans right there. So I'm going to work backwards on this one. Texans aren't going to score, so therefore it's going to be Commanders, Texans. Who would watch that game?
They should postpone that game. Like forever.
See, I'm going the other, and it's like the Belichick factor on the young quarterback, and even though Zach Wilson's seen him, this is set up for Bill Belichick. I don't know.
God, that's true, too.
The Jets might put 10 points on the board, right? Just the way this New England team is low-key just doing their New England thing.
Yeah, but the Jets are playing for something. They might surprise you.
What's that?
The Jets are playing for something.
Yeah,
they
but
might
without
surprise you.
Brees, I get it. They got sauce and all that stuff, but I'm going until Bill proves me. I'm a big believer in the Belichick, so I'm going with Bill.
And who's the offensive coordinator for New England?
Oh, that'd be Matt Patricia.
Yeah, so there you go.
Joe Judge.
And Joe Judge. Oh my God.
Right. Yeah.
And they're in the playoff mix.
Yep, they sure are.
I'm starting to warm up about that whole Bill Belichick GOAT thing. And I know he was a bum at Cleveland. Like, I get that. But you get this team to the playoffs again.
Yes.
In the AFC, we got to talk about it.
Dude, Bill Belichick has won a few Super Bowls too.
No, I know.
Just
I know.
telling you.
Just a couple of them.
Clomp sauce. Neal, what makes you think all this talk about that name I'm not mentioning? Neal, what makes you think this has anything to do with you, self-centered prick. So there you go.
Damn. Wait, what was said there that wasn't true?
Because I'm not saying the name.
Yeah. No, that's right. I mean, thanks for the tip. Yeah.
There you go. Second out.
All right, second question of the nickel package. Who will right the ship in another pitiful matchup, another stinker on the docket? Raiders versus Broncos. Who rights the ship this week?
You know what? I don't care. For the first time ever, this is my answer. I don't care. I'm not participating. Though, right? I'm not participating in Raiders Broncos in any fashion. Obviously, I won't watch it, and I'll double down on that. If I'm listening to something on the radio and they pivot to talk about Raiders Broncos, I will turn the station. If the highlight show I'm watching shows highlights of the game, I will walk out of the room or I will turn the station. I am not consuming Raiders Broncos at all. You can have all the pop stars you want as your wife. You can have all the big contracts you want and all the big trades to get Russell Wilson. I'm not participating in any way, form, or fashion. So ask these guys. I don't care.
I think it would be cool.
I'm the opposite.
I think it would be cool to have a winning team in Vegas.
I'm the opposite, dude. I mean, Derek Carr was crying on the stage. Like, I want the Raiders to write it because they're too good. But the thing is that with the Broncos almost coming back for air, I don't believe in Russell Wilson more. I almost want the Broncos to win again to see what happens because I don't believe Mark Davis, right? And when he says that Josh McDaniel. So if you want to see Josh McDaniel get a chance to get fired, even though he's got the owner's approval, you want the Broncos to win, but I want the Raiders to win. But I just can't believe, like, if they lose to the Broncos, it's the Russell Wilson's dead thing.
But you wonder, did Derek Carr do some damage to that locker room when he was up there crying and saying, I wish other guys had the same passion.
And T-Foss, that's where I am with it. And like, I lean with you. I want the Raiders to be good. Like, in a vacuum, I want the Raiders to be good. You can't be up there crying on the podium. And then on the other side, Russell Wilson.
I hate Russell Wilson.
I
hate him too.
There's no crying in baseball, guys. I haven't seen there's no crying in football yet.
And here's a great one, too, from David Mentier. But the AFC West was supposed to be fire this year.
That's right.
I was told the AFC West was going to be the greatest division in the history of sport. Russell Wilson's a bum.
And we fell for it.
Yeah.
Admit you fell for it.
No.
You didn't?
No, because Russell... No.
Before a game was played.
Minister of Accountability is here.
No, we were all dead. Russell Wilson's dead.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll's the GOAT for getting rid of him.
Yeah,
no, that's the same thing. We thought Vegas would be a lot better, and this was the year
that one I'll give
Vegas.
you. I thought Vegas was going to be good, but I also said Vegas can't do it because of the top end of the division. Now, am I wrong about the Chargers? It's trending that way, but we'll see. We'll see how that finishes. Russell Wilson, bum.
I think you did say that if Derek Carr cries at the podium, you're out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the fact he cried. It's the fact that he shoveled shit on his teammates
It's the fact
while
that
he
Jeff
was crying.
Saturday made him cry. He lost to Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, but who should be more embarrassed about that? Josh McDaniel or whatever else?
You mean
You're
Jeff
telling me
Saturday,
that you can win all these Super
Coach
Bowls,
of the Year?
be the offensive guru and stuff like that. Bill Belichick's back pocket, and the guy comes out of the media center, right off of TV and beats you.
Yeah, but you do need to work on that one though. Like when you send those kinds of messages, David, you have to say, I was told the AFC West was going to be fire this year. That's the way you do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Tone. Tone.
I was told. You got to do it that way.
All right, next question of the nickel package. More total touchdowns this week. Lamar versus the Panthers or Patrick Mahomes versus the Chargers?
This falls in for me to Terry's one score. The NFL being a one-score league or whatever, so the Panthers are plus 13. So I sure as heck hope it's Mahomes versus the Chargers.
And I tell you what, I'm going to cop out like D-Mac.
You're not Canadian. But you work for Santa Claus, so I'll allow it.
I can't answer that question until I see the weather report.
Nice.
No, Christ.
If he can do it, why can't I?
You know what's funny
You're
is
close to Canada, up it's the Arctic Circle, being Santa's helper. You're allowed.
you talk about the picks. For my pick reasons, I hope it's Lamar against the Panthers. All right, 4th down.
All right, 4th down. Who is more likely to win Offensive Rookie of the Year this season, Damon Pierce or Kenneth Walker?
Kenneth Walker, because the Seahawks have something going on, and Pierce is in the NFL equivalent of Siberia.
That's true.
Right
He's
now.
playing well.
You know, he is, and he's nice. And you know what? If I had to vote, like if I were a voter, I always tell you guys, if I were a Heisman voter, I would vote tidy up, like I would watch all the games and like take it serious and stuff like that. If I had a vote, I would vote for Pierce.
Yeah.
I would. As right now I would. But I can tell you that Kenneth Walker will win that award because Seattle's got some shake going to them and stuff like that. You know, they're a nice story. They're starting to fade a little bit, I think, but they're a nice story, so Walker will win it.
Yeah, a little bit of Sparty bias, but I think what he's doing and the record they're putting on, he's a big part of it. So I think he deserves it. And I think when it comes down to it, that people that do vote, they look to see how valuable you are to your team and the fact that Siberia is not where you want to be when getting votes. So Kenneth Walker so far. Now, could it change? Yeah, but he's played well enough.
No, Kenneth Walker's a monster. I'd vote for Kenneth Walker.
All right. And final question of the NFL Nickel Package.
5th down.
Who has more rushing yards this week? Najee Harris versus the Bengals or Ezekiel Elliott versus the Vikings?
Well, it comes down to a simple answer for me. If Najee can get over 41 yards, he'll have more because Zeke Elliott gets 41 yards every single week he plays. Throughout the history of the last 10 years or however long it's been. He gets 41 yards every week. But don't worry, next week it'll change with Zeke. Next week he'll pop off. And then fast forward to your fantasy football draft. You'll draft him and say, this will be the year. This will be the year he turns
I think you're
around.
unfair to Zeke.
Am I?
Only been 41 yards for the last 3 or 4 years. Not 10. Come on now.
So you know what? I'm going to say Najee Harris.
Let's go.
And he could have 50.
Najee Harris is the answer, but the question should have been Zeke versus the Vikings or Hawk reception yardage, right? Because they're both going to be in the 40s.
Pretty good,
7 for 40.
7 for 40,
That's
absolutely. No, I will go with Najee on that.
Yeah, I like it. That's good for my
I do
fantasy
too.
team.
Yeah, it's got there's a trend. There's sort of a little bit of a trend here. Spenny's figuring out. Okay, the boys like this guy to start. The boys like this guy to start.
I do have Damon Pierce and Najee Harris, so
you know what?
Okay.
If I knew
Okay.
If I didn't know any better, that's sort of some Moneyball stuff.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
Yeah, it's for sure some Moneyball stuff. And if you want some Moneyball stuff, all you have to do is check out Moneyball Sportswear. It's your one-stop shop. Whether you're looking for the latest look in athletic apparel or you need new uniforms for your team, Moneyball has it all. Stop in a Moneyball showroom in Southfield and experience the only way to ball. Or visit moneyballsportswear.com. Join Woodward Sports Network's own Braylon Edwards of The Final Word on Black Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. where you can win some Moneyball swag. Moneyball, the only way to ball.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. Baby, talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness, the official studio sponsor of Woodward Sports. Also home of the Judgment Free Zone. We can work out for just $10 a month. You can upgrade to the black card if you want to. Unlimited guest privileges, hydro massage. You basically own the place. That's the moral of the story. I was there in person this morning over on Maple Road getting it in, and you can too. You want to join? Very simple. Pull up on one. You're going to pass a couple on the way home. Just pull in the parking lot, join there. Or you can go to planetfitness.com as well. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Well, your fitness is essential.
Back at it.
I wasn't taking a shot at Geddy Lee. I was just making Wait, is it not true that maybe it takes you a few times to look at the man to freaking understand the voice coming out of his system? Gosh darn it, I don't need this hatred there, more MMA, or it's dirty, whatever. That was uncalled for, T. Sometimes the voice and the face don't go together. You.
He made Spencer cry earlier this week. He did. Then he's always attacking Sam Flynn. I guess you're next.
Headphones.
Oh, yeah. We didn't
that
talk
was
about
stink.
that was
stink.
Are you all right, Sam Flannel, by the way?
I'm good.
Since yesterday and stuff like that, you went home.
We talked
Good thing you're married. Good thing you can go home and talk about how you're mistreated at work and stuff like that. Remember, we got an HR meeting after the show. Bring it to my office.
Hey, when you went home, did your wife rub your ears or something?
No. I actually got to have a little therapy session on the heavyweights last night.
Me and Flannel hosted heavyweights yesterday, and we had a therapy session about it. About how Neal mistreats us.
Did you really? Did you really?
No, we were just joking.
Oh, all right. I was just joking. Hey, college football nickel package. Probably my favorite segment of the week.
All right. Thank you very much, by the way. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned should TCU be about going on the road to play Baylor this Saturday?
Very high. 10. It's a road game.
Yep.
I know a lot of fans around here, this area, that root for the local team. It's a different concept to them.
We'll
like
figure it
going
out.
on the road and playing somebody.
We'll
Baylor's pretty good.
Tone.
They're good. I mean, it's a lot to ask to go through all these road games all the time and win, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard. And look, they could still, this is the game they could lose and maybe still find their way in the playoff.
Yeah.
Because I would say that the loser of Michigan, Ohio State, whoever that loser is, provided TCU wins the Big 12 championship, the Big 10 loser's resume will be inferior to that of TCU. So I would still like their chances to get in, certainly over whoever loses the Michigan-Ohio State game. But it's hard, man. The point spread tells you everything you need to know. Yeah. And again, Michigan fans in particular, you don't know about this because you're a double-digit favorite plus in every game you play because they're all exhibitions. So this is a little bit different in that respect. What?
There's your tone again.
It's great. No, I believe TCU has to win out, control their own destiny, because at the end of the day, it's like we've been talking about the brand. Moving forward, so this is the biggest game so far for them, and it's not going to be easy, but I think they win.
The other thing, there's a lot more pressure on TCU now, because for years and years, TCU was a gimmick program. Let's score a lot of points and be exciting, wear our little purple uniforms, but the bottom line is we're not ready to win in prime time. This Baylor game is going to be real tough for them because I think they're going to be feeling the heat a little bit. So I'd be, I'm not going to say a 10 because you should fear no one that much, but a 9.
Yeah, and that's where I was 9.5 or whatever.
Yeah,
the point spread tells you the story, though. And I think it opened up as a 3 and got bet down to 2.5. So that's danger. That's danger zone, no doubt.
Danger zone.
All right, second down. Speaking of teams that have college football playoff hopes, how about the USC Trojans? They go on the road and play at UCLA. Does USC get the job done this weekend and, by extension, keep their playoff hopes alive?
Yeah, I think they will, as we see when we do the picks with Ryan Poulter. I think that USC will here, and if not, then you go on the list. USC goes on the list first year right away. Lincoln Riley, and you guys know what I'm talking about, the Lincoln Riley list, where you get to a point where you're perceived as this great program, and when push comes to shove, you get punked. Like that's They will go on that list instantly. I don't care about time with the program. Like, people forget the talent that he brought with him to USC. You know what I'm saying? $3 million name, image, and likeness receivers and Jordan Addison. You know what I'm saying? Like, your boy at quarterback. Like, all of it, dude. You got to go win this game if you're Lincoln Riley. And I know it's the first year with the program, but you do.
But USC is better than UCLA.
And they are that,
Sam
too.
Flan, it's not a road game when you could take public transportation to the game.
That's true.
All right? And they'll beat UCLA, and don't worry about it, little fella. Because Caleb Williams should win the Heisman.
Real quick, WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Anthony Hurley. Neal, can you say one positive thing about Michigan? They're very, very good at scheduling. Very, very good. What?
Hey, to
Why
your
couldn't
point
you
on
have said-
USC, though,
Yes.
like, it's as important, like TCU for the rankings and to stay in the picture, but for the program-wise, and Lincoln Riley being this quarterback guru, this with what he was supposed to take there with the assets that he was given. So they need to win this.
Yeah, and UCLA was cute for a minute, but they get 40.
I think they got exposed.
Yeah, they get 40 people at their games at the Rose Bowl and stuff like that.
USC people there.
Yeah, you know, just kind of crumble them up and dispose of them. I think that's what they have to do.
All right, Neal, let's see if you can do this.
Yes.
Repeat after me.
Okay.
The University of Michigan football program, or the University of Michigan football, is very, very good. Period.
At scheduling, yes. I give them credit for that.
Okay.
See, like, both things can be true here, guys. I would do the schedule they do it the way they do it too. Why would
Okay.
you not? You're not penalized for it.
Michigan is a good football program. Can you say that?
Sure. Michigan's a good football program. They're good.
Okay.
Clip it.
Clip it. He said
They're cute.
something nice.
Like, they're cute.
Nah, there he goes.
Yeah.
They're cute.
They're good. They're cute. You know, they're like a TCU.
Okay. The cutie pies.
Yeah.
All right.
What down we
Are
on?
they a blue blood?
No, you got to win something at some point to be a blue blood.
First.
All right.
Speak.
Why does it always get back? We're trying to do the college football segment. We got the whole rest of the show to talk
Neal,
about.
this is your fault.
Okay.
Don't blame everyone else.
All right, third down. So speaking of TCU and USC, they're both led by star quarterbacks, TCU's Max Duggan and USC's Caleb Williams. Which of those two quarterbacks accounts for more touchdowns this Saturday when you combine passing and rushing?
I think it's going to be Caleb Williams because, again, it's going to be a usage factor. You know, like we get trapped into this. Max Duggan is very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. He's the reason TCU is where they are right now. He's the reason for that program to be, you know, if it started today, in the playoff and everything like that. But again, just a usage thing. UCLA, they turned out to be a gimmick. You know the winner of the USC-UCLA game, D-Mac's going to be in the 40s at a minimum.
Yeah, no, I think it's, you look at the competition, and I think that you nailed it as far as opportunity to score, throw touchdowns, run, or whatever it'll be in that USC game. So I would expect Caleb Williams because Max Duggan, he goes how TCU goes, but it'll be a tough sled in Baylor.
40s, old chum? No, the winner's going to get in the 50s.
Well, I said minimum, at a minimum.
All right.
Yeah. So
54-48, Caleb Williams.
There you go. All right, I like it.
All right, fourth down. So both North Carolina's Drake May and Ohio State's C.J. Stroud have 34 touchdown passes. Which of those two players finishes the season with more touchdown passes?
Here's a question based on that.
Yeah.
Why does no one talk about Drake May?
Because North Carolina is kind of like college football purgatory. They're like a basketball blue blood, but he should honestly get some Heisman consideration. He's having a damn good year.
Over Blake Corum?
As of now, with the Ohio State game not having been played yet, yes.
And, you know, Drake May has 600 yards rushing.
Yeah, Drake May.
Very political. You and I look at each other and go, wow.
Yeah.
You notice
Very
you
Canadian.
said over Blake Corum, there's this long pause.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, for me, Drake May, he's the one nobody talks about, dude. Like, what, 40 touchdowns, 3 picks, whatever it is, 600 yards rushing.
But you know why?
It's crazy.
You don't talk about the ACC except for Clemson.
Right.
That's it.
I would say he, in my Heisman, As it sits right now, he would have the chair over Blake Corum.
And that's fair.
He would.
And by the way, C.J. Stroud's going to have more touchdown passes because they play Michigan, and then they play some clowns in the Big Ten championship game. You know they're going to have him in the shotgun, passing 60 times in that game
next week.
He did. Yeah.
How do you know? How do you know Ohio State's going to be in the Big Ten championship game?
Just gave Ohio State because I was saying my pick would be I hope it's May because that means Michigan in one game shuts down C.J. Stroud, and who goes further in the playoffs, right? You would expect you'd almost have to say Stroud because he's going to play more games if you believe.
Right, but you know what? He might, throw 2 touchdown passes against Michigan, and then 8 touchdown passes against Illinois or Iowa or whoever the hell's going to be playing that game.
He's still sending them to the championship.
Drake May's going to spin it against Georgia Tech at home this week, though. Yeah. He's going to spin it. And Mac Brown knows, right? He's got to, if he wants his guy to be in that Heisman discussion, he's got to throw for 5 to 6 minimum.
I'll go to North Carolina just for the Jordans.
They are pretty dope.
They get some nice shoes over there.
Absolutely. Fit down real quick.
Yes, fit down real quick. So obviously Brent Venables' first year at Oklahoma has been an absolute disaster. But at the very least, he still has the opportunity to win the big rivalry game Bedlam home versus Oklahoma State. First question, does he do it? And 2, does it mean anything?
Does it mean
Brent
anything?
Venables.
No. Disaster.
Like, come on, man. Brent Venables. I was told it doesn't mean anything if you beat Oklahoma State. That's what I was told.
Damn, you're good.
And I'm telling you again.
You're good.
It don't mean anything.
Okay, that's what I was told. So no.
And I'm going to reiterate, it don't mean a damn thing.
Yeah. Brent Venables is a disaster. He was always going to be a disaster there.
But you got to give credit to Lincoln Riley then, because Lincoln Riley had it humming at least to the degree that Oklahoma can.
Right, and I give him a lot of credit. I do give Lincoln Riley a lot of credit, and he's got USC humming right now.
Yep.
Instantly, he showed up on the scene, and they were good. Brent Venables stinks.
Does he last 3 seasons?
No chance.
Okay, all right.
Look at this. You think they're going to accept that?
No.
At Oklahoma?
What if they go 5-7 and miss a bowl game?
Embarrassing.
He might get fired after year 1.
It's like Kenny Payne, the basketball coach at Louisville.
Speaking of disasters.
He's going to be fired soon.
Speaking of disasters.
Yeah. You can't do that. You can't do that at these places.
Brent Venables gives out L's like Big Frog gives out free swag, guys. Yes, get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. That's right. A free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. Just stop in, tell them we sent you. They'll print you one up, bing, bang, boom. Right on the spot, Big Frog Novi today. Get your free t-shirt or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries, what will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
At Alta, Uptime Matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You got a bog project coming up. I mean, there's snow outside. God bless you if you're out there. But, hey, Alta might have something to cover you fixing up your yard. So give them a call today, 844. Go to Alta. That's 844. Go to Alta.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. We'll be joined by our guy Ryan Palter. Get you our picks for the week in the Feldman Chevrolet Pigskin Pick'em Cup. I had an undefeated weekend. You got to have an undefeated weekend to make up any ground with these animals around here on this show. But we'll discuss with him coming up in just a couple of minutes. Real quickly about Drake May. This cat could be like the number one pick in next year's draft. 6'4", 220. 600 rushing yards, 71% accuracy.
I mean, not only is he putting up the numbers, he's kind of the prototype, especially for the modern NFL when you consider his mobility. How did North Carolina get him? How did he slide to North Carolina? This dude's legit, and he's, a redshirt freshman? Unbelievable.
He's going to have to overcome the Sam Howell bias, I think, a little bit. Because
Mitch Trubisky.
Well, not so much Trubisky.
Do we know where he's from?
North Carolina.
No. Originally.
North Carolina.
That's why he went to North Carolina.
Yeah. And remember, too, Mac Brown's the coach there.
Mac Brown's the man.
There's, he's got some cachet.
Probably should have never been fired from Texas, but that's another story.
That is another story. But
are you going from hindsight?
Captain Hindsight.
Captain Hindsight in the booth.
Should never fire Tom Herman either, but that's another story for another day, Texas.
Big Dan Davis, if you guys were drafting for the Lions, would you take TCU quarterback Max Duggan at some point? I haven't seen the downfield strikes and stuff like that, like the NFL throws. And that's always the rub, right? When we're talking about college quarterbacks now, the offenses are set up to not be like that. Yep. Everything is like screen-esque or quick crossing routes or quick curls and things like that. So that's the rub, right?
I mean, I'm guessing they're probably talking about taking a flyer in round 4, 5, and 6. But we all know how successful how much that has worked for teams in the past. I would stay far away from Max Duggan. I think he's just a very, very good college player.
Ethan Brown says May is awesome, but not draft eligible and plays for a team that doesn't matter. More people will care when he's draft eligible. UNC's 10, 11, something like that?
I think they're 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay, they're there. Paul Thomas, ACC blows. It's weak. It's still better than the Big Ten.
I don't know about that. Clemson, North Carolina, that's about it. I think they're pretty
Here's the thing. You'd have to play it out to see who the winner was. That's how embarrassing the Big Ten is. How far the Big Ten
And that's
has
my
dropped.
rationale. And people are just going to snap to judgment and say, you're wrong.
Play it out.
No.
With all the difference, we're talking in the balance that you're not too far
What
off.
are the good teams in the Big Ten? Name them all.
Michigan, Ohio State.
Okay, what are the good teams in the ACC?
We think.
I would say Penn State, but they're a level below Ohio State and Michigan. ACC, probably Clemson.
North Carolina.
And Clemson's not great.
Yeah.
No. But the rest of it, Wake Forest would be the third best team in the Big Ten.
I don't know about that. Florida State is sneaky.
Florida State would be the third best team in the Big Ten.
I'll even take Michigan and Ohio State out of it and let the rest of them all play out.
Yeah.
Where does it end
but
up?
hey, talking about the Big Ten West reminds me as we welcome in our friend Ryan Palter here for the Feldman Chevrolet Pigskin Pick'em Cup as we welcome Ryan in. Who, it's safe to say, Ryan, your picks have been very Big Ten West-esque as of late.
Yeah, they have. They have.
No, but Ryan, appreciate you tapping in.
Technical issues are too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got you. Everything is cool right now. But Ryan, as we roll through here, just want to have you give the picks to the people out there. You and I kind of differ on a few of these, but go ahead and roll through them.
Yeah. So listen, I actually had some help with my picks this week.
It's a good move.
Well, thank goodness. Holy cow.
Finally.
I know. George, the general manager here, was going to make them, and he didn't get them over to me. So we called in a close personal friend in Malcolm Rodriguez, and he gave me these picks. So starting off, we got Oklahoma State at Oklahoma. Obviously, being a Cowboys alum, he took Oklahoma State +7.
Okay.
Then we had TCU at Baylor, TCU -2.5. And then we had USC at UCLA, and he took UCLA +2.5. So if he doesn't do well this week, we know it's not just me.
You know you're going to get one of them wrong.
No matter what.
Did Ryan Palter just Derek Carr Did he just?
Did he cry on the podium?
He just cried on the podium and handed it down, and I see it. But you're learning. You're learning though.
Hey Ryan, I'm going to tell you this: the TCU thing, the point spread concerns me. And last week I tried to stop you from flying into the sun with the LSU minus a 3.5. You wouldn't listen. I tried to stop you. Hey, I'm rooting for you. I want to see you get right. I want to see you give us a game a little bit. But you're sitting at 11-13 overall right now.
Wow, what a fall from grace!
What a fall from grace, as Spenny says. D-Max leading the charge at 16-8. You know, we're getting down to it though, Ryan. To gain some ground, you got to. How confident are you you're going to sweep all three of these picks?
I'm about as confident as I am that I have a cardio sitting right in front of me. That's how confident. Listen, I don't. If I'm going to call somebody in to make these picks and make me look good, I trust them. Malcolm and I had a discussion yesterday. He feels confident, so I'm going to feel confident.
Do you know when it fell apart for Ryan? When he bragged. You know, I am just an auto guy, and you guys do this for a living. I'm hanging with you guys. Ever since then, boom.
Hey, real quick,
November.
Ryan.
November guy.
Hey, real quick on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Emerald Eye says, "Always bet the opposite of what this guy says." LOL. Are you aware that's your reputation in this game right now?
Listen, I got to get them right somehow. If they got to bet against me, bet against me.
I like it though. Hey, however you're going to make money off Ryan's picks.
There's still time. There's still a lot of time left in this.
You're still on the graphic, bud. It's like the Lions. You're still on the graphic.
You know, absolutely. Well, hey, Ryan, we appreciate you sliding through, being a man about it.
The Lions are still a couple games out of the playoffs. Just remember that. So I'm only a couple games out of winning this thing.
Absolutely, Ryan. We appreciate you being a man, coming back on, sharing the picks and everything like that. What's popping over there at Feldman Chevrolet? You and I were texting yesterday. You said you guys got it going on, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. We sold 40 cars yesterday. It was crazy busy in here. Listen, it's Black Friday deals, man. Black Friday deals. And let me tell you something. We called George the Kobe of car deals yesterday. He did 38 out of those 40.
Damn.
38 himself out of those 40.
That's a nice commission check right there.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah,
your picks are not. Your picks are not. So thankfully, you know, the car sales at Feldman Chevrolet are on
well,
sale.
the good thing is that you know what, we'll be in Monday to hold you accountable.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, we're coming out there Monday.
So what happens? What happens if I go 3-0 this week?
Then you're back in the hunt. Then you're closer to looking at me at the top.
And D-Mac, what if you go 0-3?
Then I'll be closer to your record.
But he'll still be ahead of you.
Hey, Ryan.
I'll only be 5 games above 500.
Ryan, appreciate you, man, coming through. All right, we'll see you on Monday.
We appreciate you guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
We're all good.
Well, you're selling cars. I mean, it's apropos.
That's right. Be's that way sometimes.
You guys are making a special trip next Friday, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We will be Black Friday. We'll be up at the not at the Novi dealership, but yeah,
new Chrysler store.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think there's a special guest coming by for that one too, right?
Maybe
Not
not.
surprising. All you
Depends
guys,
if you win a game this weekend. If you win a game or not, we'll see.
here's the thing.
We'll talk about it Monday.
If we don't win a game, the guy that's going to be with you guys next Friday, make sure you hold him accountable too.
All right, there you go. Appreciate it, Ryan.
He's on my list.
Yeah,
So
talk to you on
Malcolm
Monday.
will be stopping by there with you guys.
Awesome.
All right, man. Talk to you on Monday, brother.
He's a good
All
young
right.
man.
Ryan Palter, Feldman Chevrolet, the Feldman Chevrolet Pigskin Pick'em Cup race. Let's do this. We'll take the break real quick. When we come back, we'll run over Terry and D-Mac's picks. I'll give you my picks as well. I do have a get right for you also.
All right.
And the logic is flawless on it. And it's basically a walkover. Sports Marketing Agency, they help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast is called This is the S Word. It's about removing the stigma associated with seeking help for mental issues that you have going on. If you're struggling or you know someone who's struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Again, thesportsma.com, the Sports Marketing Agency, they're here to help.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it, you've heard of it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play as well as private lane reservation for $120 if you get thirsty. They have a $2 mystery beer vending machine as long as you want to make a decision. They've got multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from, so make sure you come check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
Coming down the stretch here on a Friday, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Racksta here in the building. Happy to have you with us. Talking a lot of football, obviously. We talked to Ryan Poulter from Feldman Chevrolet, our Feldman Chevrolet Pigskin Pick'em Cup. There's actually going to be a cup up for grabs here. Ryan in last place at 11-13. He has won for his last 9. 1-8. In his last 9, and that'll do it to you. Let's talk to a man that is not one for his last 9. He is actually tied for the lead. He is on a run that, quite frankly, isn't being talked about enough. 6, 8, 10, 12. 12-3 in his last 15 picks. Of course, that man is Mr. Darren McCarty. Darren, you went strictly NFL card this week. You selected the Carolina Panthers plus the 13 against Baltimore in Baltimore. Discuss.
I did. I'm going with the key. I don't expect them to win, but I expect them to keep it within the 13.
You're looking for an NFL game.
I'm looking for an NFL
within
game.
8 points.
That's it. That's it. And you know what? That happens more time than not in the NFL game.
Your law of averages are on your side, brother.
Thank you, Terry. So it's a law of averages bet right there. I also took the New Orleans Saints. Now, I do this a little bit because I got Alvin Kamara
there you go.
as my dog, and he needs to go in. And I also slap that LA Rams around. If you've been consistent with my picks, I've been hammering down against the Rams because if you go back in the archives, I'm the one that said that hopefully on a stand, one of the things on the Super Bowl hangover is injuries. Yep. And shut it down quicker. So now we see Stafford, Kupp, all these different things, guys going down. I'm going with that trend. And I noticed that the other person that I'm tied with also took this pick. And yes, this team might win, but I hope they cover the Detroit Lions plus the 3 points. Good teams win, better teams cover.
I think this is the first time in my life I picked the Lions to either win or cover, because I have a philosophy: do not bet on the Detroit Lions.
That's pretty good.
And I broke my thing, so it's probably a loss for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Terry Foster, he is technically tied for first with Darren McCarty. He has a record of 15-7-2, but you did. You took the Detroit Lions plus the 3. Also, Mr. Terry Foster, you took Indianapolis plus the 7 at home against Philadelphia, and I like that pick.
Yeah, and maybe that could blow up in my face. Maybe Jeff Saturday is a buffoon, but You know, he got
That's a
to
lot
put
of Matt
Oakland
Ryan
Raiders.
love for you there. I mean, you're seriously going to put, after what happened to Philly last week?
I guess he
Hey,
is.
dude,
Yeah,
there's a reason. Hey, Terry, there's a reason you and I are at the top.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find out how this.
The NFL is very shaky because you got to go with the up-down theory too.
It's all. Hey, and you know what? To the point that I picked Carolina plus 13 in Baltimore. Keep it within. I think that's where you're going with this pick here.
I almost picked that
smarter
one.
than most, Terry. At the end of the day, we can tell Ryan about maybe a little bit. Uncle Terry education after you pull that one out.
Terry Foster, you as well went with the Minnesota Vikings plus the 1.5. A very peculiar line. The Vikings getting 1.5 at home. They're like
that is pretty weird.
They're like 17-1 or whatever they are this year. Kirk Cousins is dancing on planes without a shirt on, with gold chains on. It's a really weird space we live in. That line didn't concern you at all with the Cowboys coming into town. Zeke Elliott and his 41 yards rushing doesn't concern you, huh?
I'm just not a big proponent of the Dallas Cowboys. I just think everything they do is overrated. If I'm going to bet a Dallas game, I'm betting on the other team, no matter what.
What time is it at? Because if it's a primetime game...
You know it's prime time.
Oh, the Cowboys are winning then.
4:25. They are the national
Cowboys
CBS
are winning.
game.
No, Cowboys will be up 10 with 5 minutes left, and they'll blow it.
Kirk Cousins chokes in every primetime games he plays in. He's the king of 1 o'clock games. But
No. That 4:30 is not prime time.
It's America's game of the week.
No, prime time is at night. Stop it.
All right. As far as I go, I took USC minus the 2, flying right into the face of Ryan Poulter. That's a good strategy to have as of late, just in and of itself. That's a good strategy. I do not buy UCLA at all.
Wait. You had an unfair advantage this week.
Why?
You got to see Ryan's picks, and you're going to pick
No.
opposite.
I did not, because they didn't send them over till later last night, as a matter. That's why we don't have the graphics ready to go for you here today. No, but I am taking USC minus a 2 points. I think Lincoln Riley will just roll up Chip Kelly and UCLA. And as you said, it will be all USC fans in that building, because come to find out, there are no UCLA football fans.
No.
Which is really, really weird.
And that's not a road game.
My other one I'm running with here is the Sunday night game. I'm taking the Chargers plus the 5.5 against the Chiefs. And there are a couple things.
Mike Williams might play.
Yeah, there's that, certainly. It's a weird those 5 numbers are always weird. You're never out of it. You can be down. I mean, think about it. You can be down 13 points with a minute and a half to go, and still cover a 5.5 number. You can. You're never out of it. It's that, and I've been riding the Chargers as of late, and they've been pretty good to me. It's that time in the season where they have to make their move if they want to get into the playoffs and Justin Herbert not be mid. Like, they have to do that. It is that time. So I am taking the Chargers at home. And look, Kansas City, they're the class of the NFL, but even they are not indomitable on the road. They're not. They're just not. So it's just the numbers funky, and it's that time for the Chargers to make a move. This could be the last week I roll with them, but, as it sits. The get right play of the game, and this one is easy. The logic has been laid out in front of me. Last week I gave you 2 get rights. And what happened to you? You went 2-0. That's what happened. Hawaii, they made you stay up late for it, but they covered at the end. We're getting 11.5, right around 3 a.m., your bloodshot eyes, not sober at all, but you're happy about it. You were fired up because I got you right and got you the money as they hung in there with Nevada. Then on Sunday, Canadian Football League, Winnipeg Blue Bombers in the playoffs. That was easy money. We gave you that one. And look, I'm just going with the logic. I'm taking the Michigan Wolverines. I'm laying the 17 against Illinois. It's Illinois. It's Illinois. It's the Big Ten West. I was told how great Michigan is, the best rushing attack in America. Now, I know Illinois is good at stopping the run, but they haven't faced this rushing attack. They haven't faced this rushing attack. And for me, this one is easy. Big Ten West, anytime you can go against them. Michigan never plays on the road. This one is easy, Sam
This is
Flannel.
a win-win for Neal.
So here's the whole thing,
And
right?
he said something
Anybody
nice about
else?
Michigan.
Terry, can you imagine if the Michigan Wolverines do not cover that spread on Monday? Sam, my question
This
to you,
isn't.
bud,
Hold on. This isn't a pick. I'm not picking Michigan. I see WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Lighten up. Go blue. Go blue. Go blue. I'm not picking Michigan.
You just did.
I'm picking against Illinois.
There you go.
Oh, you know.
I can't wait. I don't care what I do. I just hope Illinois covers the spread just because if you want to root for radio, that'd be good root for radio. Sam, after hearing all these picks, and you can even take in Malcolm's picks, I mean Ryan's picks, any ones you like?
I mean, the Michigan one, I obviously like it. And if we're being real, the thing about Illinois is they want to try to play like Michigan, but they have about a fourth of the talent. There's no even stylistic differences. So Michigan should roll. And it's funny, Neal, how when you're picking Hawaii in the get right, you're picking Hawaii, but when it's Michigan, it's like, oh, no, I'm picking against Michigan. Be consistent, Neal. You're picking Michigan. Go blue.
I am consistent.
No.
29-8 says I'm consistent.
Last year with Iowa. I'm not picking Michigan.
I'm not picking
I'm
Purdue
against Iowa.
Yeah. 29-8 says I'm all right there, guy.
No, you're
that I'm pretty consistent, guy.
You're doing
I thought
great.
you were 30-8.
29-8.
Okay.
I mean, that's an amazing record. If you bet Neal's get rights, you can quit your job. I wouldn't do it, but you can.
And there, some reaction to it. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Go blue. Go blue on the chat thread. F. Neal, go blue. James Couch, go blue. Your mom's favorite skater, go blue. Emerald Eyes, go blue. Hail. I don't care. Hey, look, this isn't about feelings, everybody. This is about money.
It's about money.
And of the 30, we're at 28-9. Of
37.
the 37 times I've told you to pick a game, guess what? You've been wrong 8 times.
Neal, I've got a question to you from the chat.
Yes.
From Huron Mark M. Where does Neal's hate and bitterness against U of M stem from?
There's no hate and bitterness. I just call it what it is.
It's true.
Half a national title since their times there were world wars.
You haven't impressed Neal Ruhl. That's it. He's not as impressed. He takes more
Okay,
to impress.
yes or no, is Michigan having a good football season this year?
I don't know yet.
Jesus Christ.
See there?
That's okay.
So it seems like Sam will put Blake Corum in after the Ohio State game.
You know what? Let's do it, everybody. Let's go to the break. Give me your Michigan questions. For real. Anything you want to know about as to why. Anything you want to know is about to why. Let's do it that way.
Well, that sounds good. Let me give away some money. Lady Jane's, 168 of them across the country when you go in there, not only for an award-winning haircut, you can also register, yes, for the mortgage, the down payment for your dream house up to $200,000. So make sure you get into a Lady Jane's near you today. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Time to talk about Mike Phillips. No, not Chilean poet Arturo Aldante Phillips, but Michael Phillips. Looking to buy or sell your home, whether you're a player or fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Michael Phillips at 313-403-0011. That is 313-403-0011.
Did I hear Al Dente?
Did you say his name was Arturo Al Dente Phillips?
It's Al Dunate, but I might have like.
How's his last name Phillips? And he's a Chilean poet. I think you're making. Real quick, WoodwardSports.com chat poll, Spenny. Is Sam lying to us about the Phillips? I think that he is. All right, hey guys, we promised it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network.
I'm asking the first
fire away your Michigan questions for me, whatever you want to know.
Senior reporter Terry
Foster. Is the Michigan football program unbeaten this season?
During their exhibition season, yes, they are.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, they are. But it's not their fault. It's not their fault because they're going to get away with it. At a minimum, they could get dusted by Ohio State. Guess what? They're going to the Rose Bowl. They could physically not beat anybody that they weren't a double-digit favorite over and go to the Rose Bowl. So you know what? Good for you.
Neal, how do you feel about this? Ethan Brown in the Woodward Sports chat. TCU's schedule is weaker than Michigan's. They are 10-0, but their best win so far is over current number 19 Kansas State.
Multiple ranked road wins.
One of them's Kansas.
6 ranked wins in total, tracking to be the Big 12 champion. Yeah, you're right. Their schedule's lesser than Michigan. I'm not addressing that any further. That's asinine.
From Jack Harrington in the Woodward Sports chat. Neal, why are Michigan fans so triggered?
You know the answer to that, Jack. Because of their insecurity. Because deep down they know I'm right. They never question. They never come to me and say, Neal, the facts you use are wrong. Here's why they're wrong, A, B, and C. They never do that. They never come to me and say that. They just say, you're a Michigan hater. That's all I get. I never get pushback about the fact that, like with TCU, they've won a Rose Bowl recently. More recently than Michigan has. That prize Rose Bowl that you hang your hat on. The granddaddy of them all. The one that's effing up the playoff expansion right now. That Rose Bowl that you guys hold so close to your bosom. The one that's in the way of progress. That Rose Bowl that you love. Guess what? The Rose Bowl doesn't matter. And it hasn't mattered for a long time. So that's my point.
Why does it matter that TCU won it, though? Why?
Because it matters to you guys. I'm just relating the material to you.
I mean,
right. He's saying the fact that you put all the stock in the Rose Bowl, yet this team's won one more recently than you have.
And they're not even the Big Ten or the Pac-10.
Keep them coming, Spence.
All right, Jake Wegner. Does a ranked road win matter when that team drops multiple games after that, or is it just a fake ranked win?
I mean, however you want to say it, at some point somebody thought they were good, unlike the teams Michigan plays on the road.
Okay, Neal.
Right, is that fair? No, hold on, guys. Is that truth?
I think Iowa and Kansas are neck and neck. Seriously.
Stop.
I know your narrative is that Kansas was ranked and Iowa's trash, but Kansas is terrible. They're terrible.
They're not more terrible than Iowa. So I will fight you on that one. They're not more terrible than Iowa.
And TCU injured their quarterback. They injured Jalen Daniels, and now they have a guy named Jason Bean playing.
Right.
Come on.
I have the next
That's
question,
a fact.
and it's to Terry. Okay. Terry, can you please, in all your tenure around, have we seen, is Neal a type of person that criticizes, or is it the fact that, like, what he says? I think the big thing is if you come at what he's coming at you with the truths, right, that people don't come back. So he's got a great point. But where do you put Neal in his assessment of the Michigan program? Because he is consistent, right?
His assessment is accurate. However, he does have a little tone against Michigan.
No, see, stop that, Terry.
Whenever you talk about Michigan, you look like you've been sucking on a lemon. You like this, like
Terry. You said the facts are correct. That's it.
It's the tone.
No. That's soft.
I said
that's a soft snowflake society.
Unbeaten. Well, yes, during their exhibition season, that factually is inaccurate. Michigan played Power 5 schools. They played teams that are earning money trying to win, And they've beaten teams that are going to go to bowl games.
WoodwardSports.com chat poll. Here on Mark M. You can't hold your head on truth if you're coming from a place of bias. The bias outweighs the facts. No, nothing outweighs facts.
It's factually not an exhibition season, though. It is these games count if you want to play that game. It's not an exhibition season.
Okay, tell me how good the Big Ten is this year.
It's got two really good teams, one pretty good team, and the rest is trash.
Tell me about your road wins this year. Tell me about them, please.
Our biggest road test is coming up.
Tell me about your road wins.
Don't have any good ones so far.
Who has Michigan's road games been against?
Iowa, Rutgers, and Indiana. I get it. That's trash. I will admit that. That's trash.
That's pretty bad. That's a joke.
And how are those games going? Like, say at halftime.
They were in peril. Pretty much all of them.
I wait every Saturday
for the Sam Flannel halftime text.
Oh yeah.
That 17-3 first halftime lead against Nebraska, though. That was like the first time. Club.
Yeah. So that's, again, tell me what's wrong about what I say. Don't tell me about how I say it. Tell me what's wrong about it.
I tell you what's wrong with it. You bring up Michigan's struggles in the first half. If it was any other team, you would say, "Oh, it's the second half team." No.
I've said the same thing about Ohio State, that I'm starting to sour on Ohio State based on comparable reasons with what they've done. They struggle to play a full game as well. They do.
Okay. Also, Jack Harrington in the chat wants to remind us, Sam Flannel, quote, Nebraska will win 9 games.
There you go. And here, Rick, I'll ride off with this one. Rick Sandberg. And I haven't seen you before, and I'm sorry that our relationship is starting like this, but remember, you said it, not me. Big Ten is still the second best conference.
That's not true.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Appreciate y'all tapping into Big D Energy Monday live from
Big Ten is the second best conference in the Midwest.
Absolutely, it is. For D-Mac, for Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, and Terry Foster, my name is Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in. Well, see you later.
Happy weekend.